Right, I am cutting down some plastic sheets to go along the top where the drainage field is. Not drainage field, drainage runoff is from the roof that we're making. In theory, this is to stop any condensation going back up the roof, but we'll see. It's got a bit taken up. So I'm just cutting them down. And I'll go back to the last. I think I need a couple more. Just do this one. Hopefully these three should be enough. If not, I'll come back and get that other one and cut that one back. Try and do it before the next rain comes over. Find my hammer. I was done with it. Nails. Let's go. Right. So here we have a makeshift workshop. There's an old Leyland tractor there. Very nice. And here we have sort of a workshop area. So this has all been repaired. The roof has been repaired. The rotten telegraph poles. So when we first bought it, all the telegraph poles were quite rotten, so they've been repaired, replaced where needed. This little bit of the side of the stables. So when we bought it, that was almost like a walk through to the back, but we've kind of incorporated it into this hay barn now, or pole barn, should I say. And then over here, there's a Jeep Cherokee, and this has all been created and added on as a lean-to. So this was all brambles, all overgrown, a complete mess. So the roof has been put on. Well, Don's done all of this. He's put the roof on, he's built the wall. I helped clear it all the brambles, etc. These nice lovely oak posts here came from a friend's forest up in North Devon. They're great. And then originally we were going to keep it all open, but then because of the wind we decided to just put up some batting and some clear sheets, so at least we've got the light coming through, but it just protects it from the wind. Eventually we might put something on here at the front just to stop more of the wind coming through, but it would be more of a temporary winter solution, and we'd like to keep it open ideally. So this, yeah, it's looking good. And then out the back here, what we're working on at the moment. So this is the back of the stable block, and it was horrendous. It was awful. So the bank, the bank was right up to the back of the stables, where it had just fallen down, washed down over years and years. So I think the stable block was originally built in about the 1980s, and we did actually find, when excavating this area, the original channel that was built for the water. But over the years it's just been left overgrown. There was loads of trees right up against the stable block, which shouldn't have been there at all. Most of them were ash, and they had ash dieback, so they were all removed, and it just left the tree stumps, which were a nightmare to get rid of. So all the back of the stables had collapsed, so there was no support whatsoever. So this has all been rebuilt using some off-cut timbers that we managed to find locally. So they were really reasonable priced, saved a lot of money. So this concrete floor down here, this is really what sold us the place in one way, because the concrete base is there. It's amazing. It's a really good floor, you know, and the structures here needs a bit of repair here and there. The front probably needs a bit of patching up and repair, but we're going to try and keep it as much as we can. And over here is a little Allis-Chalmers tractor, which is currently covered in timber. And then in here, another part of the stables, currently our wood store, which will keep us going at home with the wood burner. And then this round here comes to the front of the stable block. Again, there's some work to do at the front here. Just need to sort out the drainage. As you can see, the levels aren't right. There's a bit of pooling of water. New guttering needs to go on, and then we're going to gravel all of this, just slightly, very slightly, just take the top surface off, level it all out to make sure the drainage is correct. And where Leyland is, we're debating whether or not to put a door on there. So at the moment we're just going to keep it open, and then maybe eventually put some wooden doors on. And the rest of the stables, and some legs hanging out. Lovely. And then I shall take you through this way. I'm just going to put down my nails for a minute. So through here, move the ladder out of the way. Trusty old ladder. Through here, this was the same. So this is again back of the stables. Again, this was all really overgrown. There were two massive, or maybe three actually, tree stumps right up close to the back of the stables. And to be honest with you, we thought it was going to knock the whole stable block down trying to get rid of them. We couldn't burn them out because it's too close to the wooden stables. So we managed to dig them out, but I honestly thought the whole stables was going to come crashing down. So now we've got a nice retaining wall to stop any more earth coming through. At the back here, we've got, this is all repaired. So again, it's actually the same as what you saw around the other side. So it is all wood. Back to the wood pile. You can see it, yeah. So there's all the wood. So it's the same sort of frame as you saw the other side. And then it's just been cladded with some clear sheeting to allow some light into the stables themselves, and then with just some roofing sheets, and doors have been put on just to allow access from the back, which is great. Doors we've managed to source either for free, people giving them away, or we've paid very little for them on Facebook Marketplace mainly. And again, you can see the structure here, so we tried to keep it all in character, so it's got a nice structure, mainly clear roofing sheets on this one. And then through here, so this part, let me just shut the door. So this is kind of like a nice overhang here. This part of the stable here is completely rotten, as you can see, and there's a nasty old little tree stump there that we just haven't been able to even attack. It's too close to that window that we've put in for the workshop. So the idea is we're actually going to take this section, so this section here up to here, we're going to take that away, down completely, and put the wall along this part here. And then we'll concrete up to the workshop, and then if we can't get rid of the tree stump, we'll cut it right down so it's level with the concrete, so it doesn't become a trip hazard. And then that way you'll be able to walk from the courtyard straight up around the back here. So these are the steps that we've put in to get around to the back of the workshop. So we've got a roller shutter door in the front of this workshop, and we do have a back door. So obviously we need to access the back door because the roller shutter door is obviously electric, and the electric does cut out from time to time. So we need to be able to access the back of the workshop to gain entry if the electrics go out. So these steps, I don't even want to talk about these steps, these concrete steps. They were hell on earth to do. The first one you can see, this one here, is really deep, like really, really deep. And yeah, all done by hand, mixing the concrete by hand, wheelbarrowing it in. It was just awful. Hard work, but really worth it. Looks really good. And then around the back here, so all of this was a lot higher than what it is now, the earth. So we've dug away a lot of the earth here as well, just to try and bring the levels down right. Created a nice bank area with some trees and shrubs being planted. This is going to be sorted in the spring. It's too wet now. So the idea is we'll have this where all the pipe work is, in this area here. We're going to have some gravel put down, maybe some gabion baskets, not too sure, or maybe a concrete wall where that pool of water is in that trench. And then you can see the roof. So it's just ideal. It's just given us a bit of extra space, extended the stables, and made use of an area that was pretty useless before, so it's great. And round the back here, when we first bought the land, you couldn't even get into this area. It was quite amazing when we actually managed to clear back. So you can see the steps, and this again just needs sorting out. So there are some steps. If I go down this way, oh, a bit overgrown now, but I did clear them back a little bit. So you have steps going down to the workshop, a little seating area maybe eventually, but again we do need a new door. Job for another day. So we actually have got a door to put on here, a UPVC door, but we've lost the key. So it came with the key, can't find the key. It'd be around somewhere. Hey. So, I hope you enjoyed the little tour. And I am just going to go and get my nails again. And I'll show you inside the stables another day. So we're just going to go tack these sheets on while it's not raining in the dry. And it's very cold today. Now where did I put them? Right. I'll just turn you back around again so you can have a look. Going through the tunnel. Oh, that's called Long Beach, by the way. And the other one's Back Beach. My little trusty little car. My little Devon. So I've got a sofa in there. Normally we put the kettle in there, but we've just taken the electric out temporary for a minute. And here we have a Donovan cleaning the sheets off. And this here is going to be a little garden area. So for now I've just put some bark chip down for the winter. It's got a nice hydrangea in there. A nice little dwarf conifer that my friend Mum gave me. And another little dwarf conifer. And then haven't got round to it, but I was going to put some daffodil and tulip in, but that I might have to wait till next autumn now. No. See if we can get his attention. Hello? Hello? Walk past quickly. Totally oblivious. These are some quilly cotty tiles. So they're what that's used in like showrooms and like supermarkets. So again, this was another Facebook find. Really reasonable, couldn't refuse to get them. No idea what we're going to do with them all, but I'm sure I'll find a use for them somewhere. Some spare breeze blocks. Here is, well, a bit of a wind nightmare. Wind's blown all the sheets off. So all of this timber here, all of this was another amazing find. So this is 1920s timber that came from a shop down in Plymouth actually. The shop had a fire, so the contractors came in to replace all of the roof, put a new roof in and retrofit the shop out again, and they didn't need the timber, so they, you know, it's a bit burnt in places, and we've managed to salvage a lot of it, more than what we thought, and it's going to be used somewhere. But again, it's one of those things that you couldn't turn down. So it's a bit of a mess around here at the moment, but it will be tidied up. Trusty old cement mixer that has done most of the cement for us, for all the wall, for those steps. And here we have the roof. So I am just going to finish tacking these sheets on. I'm just going to pop them down.